If we do a Google search, if we look on the internet, we could actually find modern examples of people living in the United States that are 105, 110, 115 years old. I met a woman in France who was 120 years old. She walked into the room. She had snappy repartee. She had plenty of energy, and she certainly didn't need a walker, and she didn't need a doctor at 120 years old. So we have this potential destiny, and for some reason we're satisfied not with 110 or 115 or 120, and I could give you dozens of examples of modern people living to that age, and if they could do it, why can't you do it? How many people remember George Burns? Lived to be what, 100 and something years old? And all anybody could talk about was how he smoked a cigar and had a shot of whiskey every day. But what they didn't talk about is that he was a thin man, wasn't he? Because the number one thing that ages your body is stress. And nothing stresses your body out 24/7 more than the bad food that you put into your body. Because when you put bad food into your body needs to do nothing more than get rid of it. Inside of your body, anything your body can use or reuse, it will, and anything it can't is trash. And our body must get rid of it. And inside of our body, we do this sortation process. We do this separating process. And every time we take something in to our body must decide what parts of this are going to make me stronger, what parts are going to weaken me, what parts are essential for my existence, and what parts are waste that must be eliminated. The greater the percentage that must be eliminated, the shorter you will live. Period. So if your body is accumulating waste at a rate faster than it could eliminate waste, you are becoming a waste receptacle. Okay? And the accumulation of waste will burden our body, will shorten our lifespan, lead to disease, and take away our life force, our chi, our prana. What I have here is not a scientific experiment. It is a demonstration. It is a demonstration of conductivity in our bodies. Energy must be distributed to every cell, must be distributed through pathways. In Chinese medicine, they are called meridians. And energy is distributed through our body through minerals and through electrical impulses. Okay? And the combination of electrical impulses carried along by the minerals and the other life force giving elements within food are actually in some part measurable by this little experiment. Because what we've done is we want electricity to this light bulb, but before the electricity could get to the light bulb, we split the wires. And when we put these wires into the liquid, there has to be enough conductivity in that liquid to allow for that energy to circulate. Once that energy circulates, it's going to light the light bulb. Let's see whether it meets our conductivity test. Really don't see anything happening there. Now this is nature's water. This comes from the inside of a coconut. And its roots draw the mineral water up from the ocean. They filter out the sodium and the salty portions of it. This water is going to carry life force and conductivity. Obviously this water does not. Well, check this out. Look at this water does. Okay? The energy gets to move through that. Now, if you drink this water, how much energy is it going to allow your body to unleash? None. If you drink this water, your body's unleashing energy. But we're talking about energy, and here we have an energy drink. This was smart water. This is supposedly a smart drink, I guess, because if you want energy, it says right on there, you get it. It doesn't give you energy. It stimulates you. Stimulation is not energy. Stimulation is obviously a chemical reaction, but it's not your body creating energy. Well, let's see. There's a little bit of sodium, I think, in this thing, so maybe. Yeah, see the light a little bit? A little bit of conductivity. Now let's check with this is a plant. That plant grows in the earth. Its minerals reach deep into the soil, up to 50 feet deep in the soil. They bring up minerals that haven't even been on the surface of the soil for years and years. Alfalfa juice and wheatgrass juice, and now that's enlightenment. When you drink that, it brings that light inside of you. This, ionic elements. Ionic elements is extracted from the humic ore that bubbles up from the earth, because trapped underneath the ground was a rainforest of green plants. And as they began to decompose, they formed this black tar. And that black tar is nothing but pure minerals from the plants that it came from. It's filtered out, conditioned with, obviously, water. And that creates, again, that is coming from 100% earth source, plant-based minerals. And there's nothing like it in the world. Now, magnesium. Magnesium is the mineral that keeps your heart beating naturally, keeps you from going into cardiac arrest, keeps your muscles from spasming, keeps you from getting migraine headaches, keeps you from getting cramping. Additionally, it helps with things like menstrual cramps. It helps with things like circulation. It helps with rehydrating your body. It does 1,000 things, but it does it better than this, that's for sure. Wouldn't you agree? So if you want energy in your body, you could go get a coconut, which I think is great. You could also put a few drops of our minerals, drink one of our green drinks, alkalizing. But look at this juice. Look at its spark. Watch this. You see that? That, my friends, is a juice that will absolutely light a fire inside of your body, energize your body, bring that life force, that chi energy up through your body. And that's what you need. This is a pharmaceutical grade aloe vera. It is the most potent aloe vera in the world. The father of medicine, Hippocrates, said there is not a household that should not be without aloe vera. And the reason why, because it heals in 1,000 different ways. So we have an energy crisis right now. We have an energy crisis, and I'm not talking about the crisis that comes from the ground. I'm not talking about the oil that we burn. But there's a good analogy to be made with that energy crisis. Now, crises and tragedy in Chinese medicine, they have a very similar, in fact, they're identical. And that word is made up of subwords. In Chinese, see, they don't have A, E, A, O, U, A, B, C, D. They have words that become words. And so when you look at the word tragedy, if you look at the word crisis, the first thing you're going to see is that that tragedy and crisis is made up of two words. The first is pain and suffering. And that's the first part of any crisis or any tragedy. But the second words really surprise you. The second word is opportunity. Because out of every crisis, there's an opportunity to learn from that crisis, to get better, to improve. Well, today in America, we're faced with two very serious crises. We're faced with an economic crisis, and we're also faced with a health crisis. And we have a health crisis, and so we have a sick care plan. A sick care plan because we're not seeing how we can become healthier. There's not one part of that health care plan that says eat fruits and vegetables and exercise. It says if you get sick, we will pay for your doctor bills. Well, guess what? We're going to get sick. 90% of Americans are getting sick. They're dying from heart disease, lung disease, diabetes, and cancer. So it is not a question about what our destiny is. We know our destiny. Our destiny is death by disease if we're 9 out of 10 of Americans. Our destiny is suffering the indignity of dying far before we should have.